Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Claude TV's channel. We've got myself, Claude. How you doing, mate? Hope you're good.
Yeah, no, well, I say I'm all right. Okay, I'm struggling along, mate. Very bad. Struggling. You're struggling along.
Sounds of it, mate.
Fucking hell, this bullshit, isn't it? All right, let's go.
And we've also got Nev, who's one of the BRB bandsters. So I'll let you talk about what the new channel is and when it's going to start, mate. How you doing?
Hi, how you doing, boys? And Claude, thanks for having us again, mate. Hope you're feeling better. You've been feeling like that for a little while now, haven't you, mate? I'm just saying, you've been feeling like that for a little while. But look, boardroom bandsters or boardroom bants is basically going to be a new channel that we're setting up starting next week. It's not going to be just focused on Arsenal. That's how we all met. That's, you know, the love for Arsenal is how we all sort of come together. We'll be doing a more general channel for guys, focusing on not just Arsenal subjects in conjunction with Claude, but we'll also be doing MMA, boxing. We know someone who's a racehorse trainer. We'll be doing tips from him. We'll be doing behind the scenes darts. We'll be doing subjects for guys on mental health and you know, the effects and what we've all been through. And we'll have a specialist on there to help people that are watching. A whole host of things. We'll be having a lot of laughs along the way, a lot of challenges. So stay tuned. Keep an eye out for things. Boardroom Bants is the channel. We'll be sort of letting you know a little bit more along the way. But keep a lookout for it.
Excellent. Well done. Right. For the reason for the podcast is obviously we're asking, is it embarrassing or are we proud of the 49 undefeated record? There's been obviously a divide on Twitter with how we go about this and how you're supposed to react. Let me get Claude's reaction first. Go on, Claude. What do you think about it?
I'm proud. I'm proud because we won the title that year. No more than anything. If we had lost one game or two games, it would have made no difference to me whatsoever. At the end of the day, it's a title. That's all that matters to me. The trophy is the league championship. That gold trophy, well, it's gold. Fantastic. Well done. But remember, Preston done it as well. Wouldn't have been any different if Liverpool had done it because Preston had done it themselves. Even if it wasn't in the same century, they done it themselves as well. So it wouldn't have made any bloody difference anyway. And the people going on about it, right, as if it's some big thing.
You still there, Claude? Can you hear us?
I told him to change from talk.
Can you hear me, Terry?
You froze.
Just people that are going on about it. Like it's something so brilliant and everything like that. Please, we have just lost on Thursday, right? I think I've got bad connection here.
So I'll keep talking, Claude. They can still hear you, though, mate. They can still hear you.
Oh no. While we're trying to get Claude back, Lev, give us your points of view. Views on what's been going on Twitter. Is it embarrassing or are you proud of the 49 record still intact, mate?
Interesting one, mate, isn't it? Because it's, again, another subject that's dividing the fan base. Look, for me, it's all about trophies and what you're winning. 100% agree. Do you know what I mean? I don't want us to go overboard with this whole, you know, we're the Invincibles and they're not going to do it. I have been looking at the reactions and I think some are overly stressing it, but there's nothing wrong with being proud about it. I think more embarrassing for me is the way we're going at each other internally between us, you know, calling each other names and stuff because one section is proud and the other isn't, and the others think, you know, we're embarrassing for even celebrating it and that sort of thing. Look, would I have wanted Liverpool to take the Invincibles thing or to go unbeaten? No, 100%. It was in the back of all of our minds. Let's be honest, right? We didn't want them to do it. And I was thinking it was destined for us to have to deal with it at the Emirates ourselves. So it's nice that it's gone and they can't do it. I don't agree with a lot of other fans, like Man U fans, Liverpool fans, who are sitting there digging us out, saying, "No, but you haven't won a European Cup," and you know, some are saying, "Oh, the Chelsea game where the big one that season we went undefeated. We lost the big one across the road to Chelsea in the Champions League. Okay, we lost the game, but you know what? The reason nobody else has done it is that difficult. That's why nobody else has done it. So whether it's draws, whether it's wins, however we did it. We had the balls to not lose an entire season. We always managed to find a way. We didn't go and get beaten 3-0 away to a team sort of at the lower end of the table. So it's no mean feat. I'm very proud of it. But, mate, we can't be sitting there laughing at the Liverpool fans and laughing at Liverpool when they're so far ahead of us in the title race and we're languishing in 10th or 11th. So, you know what? Let's get a bit of a grip on it, but let's not turn on each other. I don't understand why we're bickering amongst ourselves. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, no. My point of view of it is that it's a proud record to be proud of. Do you know what I mean? Not only that, on Twitter yesterday, I don't know if anybody else here, but all the ex-players that were in the team that time, they was all tweeting about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
It's a great record to have, and obviously, the way I see it is, if that was Tottenham going for that record, how would we have reacted then?
Hmm.
You back, Claude? You all right?
Yeah, mate.
Bad connection. I've sorted out now. Sorry.
There he is.
That's all right, mate. I was just saying.
I got to a point where you heard half of what I said. Did you hear half of what I said or not? Oh.
Yeah. Go on. Just carry on with where you think you left off, Claude.
The thing is, as I said, to me, it's another title which I'm proud of. Yeah, whether you lose one game, lose two games, that's all that matters. Because you know what, Liverpool last season lost one game, and that's one game only. Yeah, one game, and they still didn't win the title. Right, more. So it's not about how many you lose; it's how many points you tally. And really, so it's not really as special as what people think it is. But as I say, it is special for me because, in a way, I'll piss off. And it's always, everything's going wrong for me today. Right, it's always special because we won the league. That's all that's special to me. Right, that's all that matters to me, that we won the league. And you know what? I would have took one defeat, two defeats that year to win the Champions League. And I heard someone today say on here they would have rather be unbeaten than have the Champions League, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
That's funny, Claude, because Unknown Driller has said, Claude, would you swap that gold trophy for a Champions League trophy?
100% I would swap it. 100%.
Yeah.
It's 100% because all it is a gold trophy. God, Jesus Christ. People remember, all people will remember us for in that year is winning the title. And it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to come out and go mad about it and jump on Liverpool fans when they're 22 points clear in the league and 40 points clear of us. It's embarrassing.
Right,
Wake up. Wake up.
Claude, let me come from it at another angle, like I was just saying to Lev. What if it was Tottenham? What if it was Tottenham that was on this run? Would you be celebrating the undefeated record then and then giving it to the Tottenham fans? Just as another perspective. That's all I'm trying to do, mate. Nothing else.
No, because I wouldn't. You know why? Because they'll be going on to win the league. So that's even worse because they're going on to win the league. And you know what? I would say, bloody hell, what are we doing? They're going to go. Then. Do you know what? Every fan base is laughing at us today. Every fan base is laughing at our fan base. Yeah, because we're going on about that. Look at the state of us. We're 10th in the league, and every fan base is laughing because we're all laughing at Liverpool because they didn't do the unbeaten run and making fun of them.
So, what was your
who's going to have the last laugh here?
What was your thoughts on Gary Neville tweeting with the champagne bottle then?
Well, that's Gary Neville. That's up to him.
Yeah.
That's up to Gary Neville. I mean, he hasn't got much to laugh about either.
Exactly.
Funny. You know what I mean? They're not exactly... they're going to see their biggest rivals romp to the league title and close the gap on the league titles that they've had.
Yeah,
so what's he getting champagne out for?
I totally understand where you're coming from, Claude. Lev, like I was saying just before Claude come back on, what was your reactions then to all the ex-players that was in the side at that time, like Sol Campbell, Ray Parlour, all of them players? They was tweeting it out and celebrating and all. So what's your
mate? I can't blame them for that because let's be a little bit realistic here with regards to there's a difference between the fans and those players because those players were the ones that achieved it. So they're sitting there and they're in the history books for doing it, right? And they personally did it. So to know that it still stands is something that they're proud of. So I'm not going to sit here and judge former players for being proud of an achievement that they themselves achieved. You know what I mean?
They still sorry, lad, can I just disturb you? They can still be proud because they've achieved it. It doesn't matter if someone else has done it. When someone breaks an athletics world record, right? That bloke, he still goes down in history, whether someone breaks his record or not. You know,
Claude, I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. From a fan's perspective, in particular, I agree with you. But you know, from a player's perspective, that's something that was like one of the things they walked away with from Arsenal with. Something that they'll always remember, and they'll probably still want to be the only ones that have done it. So I'm not going to sit there and judge them for doing it. But from a fan's perspective, what I don't understand is this. I think what it is that it's been so bad for us as fans over the last few years that it's easier to focus on the glory days, right? So we sit there trying to hold on to the past, and we got to sort of move on from that and be. We were saying this the other day. We've got to be realistic with our expectations. We've got to start looking at ourselves rather than laughing at others and into bickering. At the moment, all we're doing is we're divided. We're bickering with each other, and we're laughing at other teams that are doing far better than us. At the end of the day, Claude's right. Liverpool are going to end up with that trophy, and that's all that matters. They started the season with that focus, win that trophy, and they're winning it, right? And last year they won the Champions League. So what have we got to laugh about? I don't see why we're laughing, but I do think, on another note though, that our responses on either side is a bit excessive. The people swearing and shouting at each other, calling each other names, and then there's others doing the same, and then there's people ranting and raving. We just need to stop doing it. We just need to start focusing on ourselves and be realistic with it as well.
Lev, I put my opinion out on Twitter, and all I got was abuse. Yeah, I didn't abuse.
I know you
anyone.
did, mate.
I didn't abuse anyone.
I know.
I didn't abuse anyone. Why can't they just come back and say, "Look, I don't agree with you, Claude. That's it."
I don't agree with you.
I agree. All I want is, you're this, you're fucking trouble. You're not an Arsenal fan. Bollocks. I was an Arsenal fan before they were even born, them bastards. I was an Arsenal fan before them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me.
More worrying for me, Claude. More worrying for me is we're calling each other this stuff.
You know what gets me, Terry? Half of them ain't got the fucking... I put my fucking face out there. Yeah. Half of them they hide behind fucking photos. But I put my face out. So come and abuse me. Come face to face and abuse me.
Why are we going that way? No, let's stop. Why don't we just stop this shit, though? At the end of the day, Claude, right? Listen, I should be able to say, I think it's embarrassing personally, and someone should be able to say, why, mate? Like, I think we should be proud of it. And why can't we just discuss it like that? Why do we have to go to the extremes that we're going to? That's where I'm really confused. I don't have that mentality where I'm going to sit there and coach someone else because they've got a different opinion to me. But I've noticed with the likes of Claude, obviously, and I think a lot of it, to be honest, is obviously because you've been on a certain channel for a few years, you're getting a lot of stick if you have an opinion. Why? Like, it's an opinion. And I'll have to say, I agree with most of it. So why are we going to those extremes?
Sorry, mate. I'm just going to butt in here because we've got two super chats. And then I will give my opinion, obviously. We've got one from Ezekiel. Is that how you say it? Sorry if I got it wrong. Ezekiel. It says, only 49 league wins and back to the top when Stan goes. Hopefully, mate. I hope so. And we've got another one from Shaheen. Thank you both for your contribution and your for the super chat. It's from Shaheen, who's great part of our new channel. He's put it's a proud thing, the 49 games, and all Arsenal fans should be proud. But there are much bigger issues at Arsenal to concentrate than the 49 games. Don't worry about abuse, Claude. Just ignore it, mate.
Yeah, well, I do. But the problem is you can't have a conversation with these people, a proper debate with these people without them abusing you. But I agree. Anyway, at the end of the day, I'm still hurting from Thursday. I don't think these people are hurting. I don't think they're hurting. They've forgotten about Thursday. All they're worried about is other teams failing. All I hear with our fan base is about other teams failing without even looking at our team. Looking at our team failing. All they're worried about, look at Spurs, they're off today. Look at Liverpool. Look at Liverpool, they've messed up. They're still going to win the fucking league. Look at them. Do you know what I'm saying?
See, my point of view is, Claude, obviously I understand your views and the way you're thinking. I totally understand that and I totally respect that. For me personally, the 49 games is not just the 49 games unbeaten. It's like you said, we won the league that year. I think the squad itself was absolutely fantastic. The players, you know what I mean? I think all of us adored them. Do you know what I mean? Bergkamp, Henry, Vieira, Adams, Seaman, just the squad itself. So for me, it just takes me back to that time. So I cherish the 49 games unbeaten, and I'm glad that Liverpool didn't beat it. I'm not running around the streets and trying to, you know what I mean? Terry, or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? It's just that's my point of view of it. But
I understand you, Terry, but I couldn't care less if they'd have done it. I couldn't care less. Good luck to them if they did do it. Because you know what? When someone breaks a world record and someone else, then you've got to congratulate them. I couldn't care less. At the end of the day, it's a record. You know what more important to me? It's title. It's trophies on the board, right? It's trophies on the board. It's titles. Yeah. And I would rather see a nice European Champions League trophy on our board, right? Which we haven't won. Yeah, and the likes of Chelsea have won, right? And we haven't won it. That's what I would rather see that than all this bloody carry on about this unbeaten record. Because at the end of the day, if you think about it, you can go unbeaten all season and still lose the fucking title. You know that?
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what I mean. For me, let me just quickly, Daniel Super Chat, the Blind Gooner, has put, I need own mess. I don't know. I think he might be saying we need to deal with our own mess first.
Yeah. That could have been read wrongly, couldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. For me, I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. The 49 unbeaten represents us winning the league and all that season. So in my eyes, we did get the trophy. If we didn't get the trophy and we went like over 2 seasons and just went like half a season unbeaten and then the other half unbeaten, that's totally different. But for me, obviously, that 49 unbeaten represents that we did go the whole season unbeaten and we got the trophy for it.
But Terry, I'm going to ask you something. Would you rather that gold trophy now? If you had a choice now, we lost one game, right?
Yeah.
Have that lovely gold trophy, goal unbeaten, have that lovely gold trophy, or lost one game, and that was the year we should have won the fucking Champions League. Would you have taken it?
No, exactly. No, I totally agree. I would away a loss to win that Champions League. Of course I would. I absolutely agree with you. But what I'm trying to say is, and all, with that record, don't forget how dominant them like Man United was. They was winning the league nearly every year, and they still couldn't do it even under Alex Ferguson. Man City, all the money they've spent, 500 million on the team, they still can't do it, even though going through the league and winning the title at the end of it. I know you win the title at the end of it, don't get me wrong. But that is what made Wenger so good that season and all, is because we went that whole season unbeaten.
Yeah. But he fell tactically in Europe, didn't he?
Yeah. You know, that's for me. It's not just the 49 undefeated. You know what I mean? It's not just that. For me, it's the whole package that comes with the 49 undefeated. You know what I mean? We won the league. We had the fantastic squad. Man United couldn't do it as dominant as they was. Man City hasn't been able to do it with all the money they've spent. So for me, that is what I look at. It's the whole package for me. I don't know about yourself, Lev.
Look, as I said, mate, I am very proud of the achievement, 100%, right? And I do think it's going to be a long while before someone does it again. The fact that Liverpool couldn't do it, it shows how tough it is. Now, there's a debate out there that this league is harder than the league that we did it in. And also, there's also a debate from certain fans and United fans and things like that we drew a lot of games, aka parked the bus. Well, you know what? whichever way you want to look at it, we went unbeaten when it mattered most. You know, we always we dug in, and it spoke volumes of that team itself. However, we need to focus our energies on the here and now, and we need to focus on our own mess at the moment and stop looking at others and laughing at them, and start focusing on our energies all on the club and getting it moving forward, and being realistic with our expectations along the way. Stop bickering. Stop having to go at the manager the minute something goes wrong slightly. Stop having to go at each other. Stop calling each other names, because that is what looks bad to me. People saying embarrassing is our fans celebrating the 49 thing. I get it to some extent, but for me, what's more embarrassing is the way we bicker amongst ourselves.
Sorry,
can you hear us, Claude?
I think he's frozen again.
Right, yeah, sorry. Right, so this all I'd like to say on the situation is I'll tell you what I think is embarrassing, like you said, Lev, is all this bickering between us fans on Twitter, right? Why do we have to slag each other off? Why do we have to bicker with each other? Instead of doing that, why can't we have constructive criticism and proper adult conversation? If you don't,
even YouTube channels between each other, like there's several, 8 of them, 9 of them, all like, you know, having to go at each other or swiping at each other. Like, why? It just makes us look bad. We look fragmented when we're doing it.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we can all have different opinions, but we don't need to shout to get our voices heard. If you do it in a constructive criticism way and have a proper debate about it, then, you know, at the end of it, hopefully we can all meet in the middle anyway.
Well, look, tell me why I'm wrong and you're right. That's what I like to see. At the end of the day, you got people who are sitting there behind their keyboards, slating the likes of Claude off, or slating each other off. And meanwhile, I mean, that they're saying, you know, a load of people saying, oh, it's embarrassing. A load of people are saying, oh, no, we should be proud of it. Whatever your opinion is, it's your opinion. Fact of the matter is, it doesn't change the here and now, what's happening today. So instead of having an argument about the past, or even now, the present or the future, sit down like you would normally as men. You wouldn't go up to someone in the street or someone in the pub who goes, you know what? I think Arteta made a mistake the other day, and go, you're fucking, and you wouldn't do that, would you? That's not normal behaviour. So why are we doing it on Twitter? That's what I think is embarrassing, mate. Personally, I couldn't give a toss whether someone loves the 49 undefeated and is happy that Liverpool lost, or thinks it's embarrassing that we're celebrating it. I couldn't give a toss. That I've got my opinions, you got yours, but let's just move on from it. Exactly,
mate. I totally agree. Like I said, you know what I mean? It weren't just the actual record for me, the 49. It was everything, like I've said, incorporated with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, they haven't done it now. Let's get over it. We've got more bigger things to worry about and to look forward to, hopefully, with the rest of the season. So, you know what I mean? Why are we infighting about a record at the end of the day? The record's still intact. Let's just get over it. Embarrassing, not embarrassing. Your opinions change. It ain't changed. Do you know what I mean? Who cares? Let's all come together. Let's move on now, Lev, and let's go on to, obviously, you know, it was everyone was sad and angry after Thursday night. You know, there was a lot of knee-jerk reactions in my eyes. You know, with going out of Europe. Yes, we should have beat them on the day. Yes, you know, we could have had Martinelli playing. You know, yes, we should have been in the next round, but it wasn't meant to be. So in my eyes, let's look at the positives. What are the positives now? What are the positives for you, Lev, after that game on Thursday night?
Well, you know what? It's funny you say that, mate, because when I posted a tweet not long after that defeat, because I was at the game, as you know, and I was devastated. I'm not going to say I wasn't. You know, and yes, we can nitpick at Arteta. We can say he should have done this, he should have done that. He's clearly gone out to play his strongest side, but maybe in hindsight, 4 games in 11 days, they did look a bit leggy. We could nitpick, right? We're out. It's as simple as that. I say 9 times out of 10, we'll play them at home and we'll win, right? And that Aubameyang miss, 9 times out of 10, he's scoring that, right? So let's just move on from it. I tweeted, you know what? We've lost. It's one bump in the road. People were saying Arteta out and all sorts. So I'm like, are we serious?
Yeah.
Arteta out? Like, why are we? He's not going to get everything right, is he?
This comment sums it up. This is what I don't understand, Lev. Look,
It's mental.
We only have the FA Cup to play for, but I can't even see us winning that, if I'm being honest. That's from Omar. I mean, is that a knee-jerk reaction, Lev, or what?
Well, look, I mean, come on. Even, FA Cup is something we've historically been very good at up until very recently. So I wouldn't say that. I mean, cup games are different. You go out, it's a one-off game. You go to win, you attack each other, and whoever gets through, gets through. Look, anything is possible, boys, right? I mean, the team is not as bad as people are letting on. I mean, it was only a few weeks ago, it was only a week or two ago. Everyone's going, "Oh, Arteta's sorting it out." Minute we get a bad sort of result, Arteta out. I just can't get my mentality behind it. We have decided to go this route, right? We went with Emery, it didn't work. We were divided. We've gone with Arteta. Let's move forward and say, you know what? Let's back the manager. So he's had a bad result. Move on from it. Then I tweeted, "It's all still to pay for the top four," and I got a few bitchy comments. And you know what? Guess what, boys? Today, the results. Look at them. We're 5 points behind Chelsea. 5. That's 2 losses. Nobody has put a consistent run together. No one's been consistent. Anything is possible. So I ask you as fans, do you A, sit there and just give up from now, or B, back your team till the end of the season? Arteta can only work with what he's got. He couldn't have done much in January. What did you expect him to do in January? You're not going to get the best players in January. Give the guy a couple of windows to sort this out and then judge him. Stop with this Arteta out business. It makes us look bad. And you know what? I bet you the players and the managers and the club and the fans read all of these messages, and it transfers that vibe transfers onto the pitch. We need to start looking at things realistically. Back the manager. Stop being fragmented. We can make top 4. I don't care what anyone says. It's not pie in the sky stuff. It's not mathematically or theoretically. It's clear. Chelsea are only 2 defeats away from being caught up by us if we can put a run together. And we've done all right in the league so far.
Just to correct you, Lev, mate. We're actually 8 points behind Chelsea at the moment, but we've got
but we got a game in hand.
We've got a game in hand. So,
that's the way I'm looking at it.
Game in hand is,
yeah.
Man City game in hand.
We got West Ham. We got West Ham next game at home, right? I think we should be winning that.
Terry, there was a great point by Kenny Ken. Kenny, if you're still listening, mate, can you put that point again?
Sorry, mate. Sorry, Kenny, if I missed it. Right. What was I going to say?
Great point he made.
You're right, Kenny.
The way I look at it, right, is that Thursday night, as I said, it was devastating. We should have beat them. We should never have lost like that. A couple of mistakes. We're at. Right, we can't do nothing about it. Just like we're saying about the 49 record, we can't do nothing about it. We've got to move on now. It's dead and buried, that game. We need to move on, right? The way I look at it, results this weekend have all gone our way. Every single result, obviously, apart from the Wolves, they're above us, but them beating the Spuds down the road, I absolutely love that. So I'd rather them win than for a draw or anything, right? So the results this weekend have all gone our way. Like Lev has just said, we're 8 points behind Chelsea, who are in 4th place, right? If we beat West Ham, our game in hand, we are then 5 points behind 4th place. Now, don't forget, everyone, it looks like 5th place is the spot of Champions League, right? Now, if we do win that game in hand and we're 5 points behind, why is our season dead? Why? Everyone is basically saying, all the Arsenal fans are just saying that, we are never going to be able to get 5 points back. Never. So what's the point in supporting them? What's the point of having these shows? What is the point of having it? I don't understand.
It's not fair.
Behind the team and the manager. We all need to get behind the manager and the team. We all need to do that to help them push to get us in that top 5 at least, in my eyes. Go on, Claude. You was going to say, sorry, mate.
I don't think it's dead, but I think the way we're look, there's Kenny Kane. Put the message there. Kenny Kane there. Can you see it?
Yeah. He's put the Invincibles weren't even our best team. The 2002 double team and George Graham's title team in 1991 were better. The Invincibles is our third best ever team. Discuss. We'll do that in a minute. We'll come back to that, Kenny. But just what we were talking about, Claude. Go on.
No, I don't think we're without hope, because if you look at last season, everyone was falling over each other at the end.
Yep.
But the thing is, I'm not sure we have the mentality to put a run together. I hope we can. Don't get me wrong. I'd love us to get a run and finish 4th or 5th or whatever. At the end of the day, I just don't think these players are good enough. And I think at the end of the season, there needs to be something done. Whether it's a complete clear out, whether we have to look at our recruitment, whether they do their job properly. If they don't do their job properly, get them out the door. I'm sick and tired of we keep buying players that are just not good enough for this football club. We want to compete, right, for the major honours. We've got to buy big players or buy players that are up and coming. None of this rubbish that we're buying at the moment. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But all I'm saying is there is hope, because the other teams are not exactly brilliant. In fact, this league is very poor this year. I think apart from Liverpool and maybe Man City, but Man City, when they want to play, they can better. The rest of them are all in the same sort of. But Leicester, I think, are a bit better than us at the moment. But you take that 3 away, and it's much of a muchness, because I think Spurs, if I'm going to be honest, are not a bad side, but they're lacking 2 top-class players at the moment. So we don't know if those 2 players come back, whether they would have been any different. Chelsea are. Our transition with a lot of young players, and it's going to take time. And you're seeing now that there's going to be a lot of inconsistency in their game, so they can be pulled back. United, to me, are the ones are the big fear for me, because United are now suddenly look like, to me, they're picking up a bit, and the Bruno Fernandes looks like he's given them that extra bit of class to get them up into that 4th spot. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Claude, let me just give you an example here, right? Of really what I'm trying to say is that after Thursday, don't get me wrong, I mean, everyone is devastated. Do you know what I mean? There's not one fan out there that supports Arsenal was not devastated. We all can agree with that, can't we? Do you know what I mean? We're all devastated. But what I'm trying to say is, instead of everyone looking at the negatives and let's try and be positive. Do you know what I mean? Because like I said, right, next weekend, for instance, if we beat West Ham, right? If we beat West Ham, like we just said, we're 5 points behind Chelsea, who's in 4th place, right? And now next week,
that won't be easy. That won't be easy.
Sorry,
that won't be easy, West Ham.
No. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm just saying, you know, what I mean, if we do beat West Ham next week, right? Everyone else will be playing another game. We will still have another game in hand, right? So we will be 5 points behind Chelsea, who's in 4th place. You've got Burnley playing against Tottenham, which they're both in the mix with us to get that 5th place or higher. And then on Sunday, you've got Chelsea playing at home to Everton. Chelsea are really bad at home at the minute, and Everton are doing really well. And they're both in to get that top position and all. Yeah? And then you've got Man United against Man City. Right? So you've got some big games next week. So if we win against West Ham, don't forget, all these teams I've just mentioned will have played another game with us. So we'll have another game in hand. So if the results are our way next week and beat West Ham, we could possibly only be 3 points behind Chelsea.
Yeah.
With a game in hand.
It's not what I'm trying to say, so it's not in our hands.
Yeah.
It's not in our hands. What I'm trying to say, we have to, first of all, we've got to put a run together, right? But even with that run, we have to expect other teams to drop points. It's going to be difficult. We can still do it.
Yeah.
You know what, Terry? To be honest with you, I said it, and I'll say it again. Let's see how it goes. Let's see the end of the season, and it's up to Arteta then to say, look, you're not good enough. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. Bye-bye. Let's start again. Let's start again, and let's build again. Because we can keep going and covering the cracks, and we can be back in the same situation next season. I rather have a big clear out and go for it, because rather than going back by this and that, just to we get along, and then 6 months later we're in the same situation. I'd rather clear the lot out and get going. There we go. That's
I totally agree.
In my opinion, by the way.
Yeah. No, obviously, you're entitled to that, mate, and we appreciate that. Lev?
Right, Terry, I've just been looking at a few of the comments, live comments, and you know what? It's interesting. This is why we wanted to do this today, isn't it? Because it really splits. Again, it's a subject that splits the fan base. Now, a couple have said on here. I think there was Unknown Driller was one. You know, what is the point of being positive? You know, it's unrealistic being positive. That's what's got us in this mess. And a few people have said that being positive is what's got us in this mess. No, being positive is not what got us in this mess. What was going on behind the scenes, out of our hands, was what got us in this mess. However, we know that the situation we're in is what it's in, right? So whether we win something, whether we go top four, make top four, whether we don't, this is the situation. We have a new young manager and he needs a couple of windows, right? So we might as well be. What is the point of being negative? What is the point on getting on his back is my question to that. What is the point? What we going to get out of it? He can only do what he can do for the rest of this season. So we either be seen to be backing him and giving him support, or we sit there slagging him off. What is the point of slagging him off? That's my question. Secondly, someone's put on there, there's nothing wrong with being realistic and we've got all these teams to come that are, you know, are difficult games. But then flip it the other way. Those difficult games give you opportunity to grab points off those teams that are above you. So you know, in this situation, the only thing you could really ask for now is to have a chance to grab some of those points back that you're behind. And the only way you're going to do that is to face the teams that are above you and try and nick those points off them. So, you know, it's a catch-22, but I just don't understand the point of having to go at the manager or people saying Arteta out or just being openly negative, because it's going to affect the fan base in general. It's going to affect what the performances are on the pitch. Because you know what it's like? You know, when you go to that ground, when I go to the ground on the day, you feel the atmosphere. You know whether they're going to get on the players' backs. Those players feel that when they go on the pitch. Right? If you asked them before the Olympiacos game, if you asked everybody if they fancied us to beat Olympiacos and West Ham next game and Portsmouth as well, most of them would have said yes. The minute we lose to Olympiacos, it's like, oh, we're shit. We're not going to beat anyone again. So I just don't understand that mentality.
Yeah. No, can I just quickly come back? I think it was Unknown Driller, was it, who just put that up about I'm fed up with this nonsense and all, that obviously Arteta's not an experienced manager and all that rubbish, so he's not going to do it. I don't care about that, right? Listen, Mourinho started at Tottenham before Arteta started at Arsenal, yeah? He's only 3 points in front of us, and he's the most experienced manager probably in the Premiership at the moment. What's he doing? And people wanted him. So, and don't forget, Tottenham have got a much better squad than what we've got. And at the moment, if we win our game in hand, we'd be on the same points as him. So why is he so special? And why is Arteta not getting, you know?
Having said that, Terry has been a bit unlucky. He's lost two of his top players as well. I mean, I know what you're saying. But
yeah,
if you look,
look,
can you imagine if we lost Aubameyang and say, how can I say, and lost the goalkeeper as well? Where would we be? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. At the end of the day, he's lost two great top players. That's all I can say about that. But I understand what you're saying. I do understand it as well. But I'm going to give Arteta time, because it's not fair, because he's come into a mess.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't even had a quarter of a season yet, has he?
But, Terry, he's the first big test he failed.
Yeah, but I mean, he has failed it. He has failed it. Don't get me wrong. He has failed it. But you can't legislate for your keeper not to kick it downfield and kick it out for a corner like he did. You can't legislate for that. Yeah,
but everyone's going on about Leno. But then, you know, it's that Aubameyang should put that chance away as well. So I'm not going to have everyone having to go at Leno, because we're at the end of the day, it's a team thing now. Let's not pick on one player or this and that. It's a team thing, yeah? People made mistakes. Leno made a mistake, Aubameyang made a mistake, and that is it. Bang.
Yeah, no. I totally get where you're coming from there, but that's what I was just trying to say. It can't all be Arteta's fault because he had a plan out there, and obviously the players. Well, the players.
The only thing I would say with Arteta, I think his substitutions were a bit dodgy, but
yeah,
that's only my.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that and all. That's what I said. And until look, the thing is with me with Arteta, right? I think everyone knows by now that I really like him. Yeah. The thing is, he's not even had a quarter of a season yet. We all know that our squad is not up to the capability that we all want it to be, right? So there's nothing Arteta can do at the moment apart from try and manage the players that he's got, which he's trying to do. In my eyes, he's trying to do. We have looked better under Arteta. We've looked defensively stronger under Arteta, I think, in my eyes. We haven't let in as many goals as we was letting in under Emery. Yes, it's taken a little bit away from our forward play. I do agree with that. But, what do you want? You want to be loads of goals going in, but letting in goals and we're losing games. So he can't win at the moment, in my eyes. He cannot win. And don't forget, there were fans out there that still wanted to give Emery to the end of this season.
See, Terry, I'm looking at this.
I wanted him out after Baku. I wanted him out after Baku.
So did I.
Despite what that guy on the other channel says, I was the first one to say he should go, Emery, right? That guy on the other channel saying that he was the first and he was this and that. He slaughtered me when I said I wanted him out in Baku. Yeah. And he's changed the tune and said he was the first one that wanted him out. You guy on the other channel, I don't want to mention any name, but you know what I mean.
You know what? It's not even worth looking at that. Go on.
No. That's what I'm trying to say. Just trying to say, everyone knows that I wanted Emery out after the Europa League final, and every fan slaughtered me on Twitter for it. Give him another year. Give him another year, they said. Give him another season. And that's why we're in this mess at the moment. If people listen to me, we would have been in a better position now.
Claude for manager, that's what I say. It sounds like it.
No, give him more time. Give him more time. And you know what? They were all, why is he still here? And after the few games of the season, why is he still here? Because you wanted him to stay here.
Let me just quickly address this question from Unknown Driller. Terry, would you agree that I like Arteta too, but an inexperienced manager with peanuts suspended is a recipe for disaster? I don't think it is a recipe for disaster. What we've got to remember is that he's not going to go out and spend millions on every single player. So there's going to be players that he's going to go and get that he likes, that he's seen, and we might not know who he is or might not know like him, but he knows that he can work with him. So I'm going to say, let's just wait till the summer, see who comes in, see what happens, and let's just stay behind him until there's an actual reason why we should want him out. That is the way that's the way I want us to think. Let's wait until there's an actual reason for us to turn on Arteta and say, right, you've had a season, you've got your players in, you're playing crap, the players that you bought are crap, and all things like that. But we cannot do that yet because it's only been a quarter of a season since he's been there. As far as I'm concerned, he's turned some of these players round. And yes, okay, we're not going to win every single game, but let's still stay behind him. We've still got hope in my eyes. We're still challenging for that top four spot. Let's stay behind him until the end of the season. Let's see who he gets in. Let's see what Kroenke does, if he gives him money or whatever. And then we go from there. What do you reckon, Lev?
Well, that's what I was going to say, mate. Fact is, I know everyone's, again, I'm really interested in the comments here because I'm looking at what a lot of people are saying here. And like a lot of saying, Arteta is an intern. He's doing his internship at Arsenal. We're here now, etc., etc. But you know what? We saw somebody who'd won 3 Europa Cups in Spain, right? 3 back-to-back, I think it was, wasn't it? and look at the results he was getting out of the players and the performances, right? And then you get a so-called intern who's come in, and he's getting better performances out of those guys than his predecessor. Exactly. So are we putting too much on, we as fans, we look on that pitch and we could see most of the time, we can see the problems, right? Agreed? We could see when we watched Arsenal for about 5, 6 years, 10, the last few years of Wenger's, we could all see we needed a proper centre-back, we needed a proper centre midfielder, a DM, a solid guy. We could all see it. Were we like managers with coaching badges? No. So to say he's an intern is a bit of an exaggeration for me. I would personally, based on what I've seen and the performance levels raising on a lot of the players that weren't performing the way they were performing before, I would trust him more than I would have Emery in the summer to look at that and go, this is what I need. I know what I need. And to give him a chance to go out and get it. So before we start judging him, let's give him a proper go. Why are we sitting there going, oh, he's an intern, we're never going to get anywhere with him and blah, blah, blah. I don't know, because I have seen improvements. We've seen it. Let's give him a chance to go out and get his own players. Let's see if he knows what the errors are, what the problems are, the deficiencies, the defects. Let's give him a chance to go out there and fix them. Then after that season, we can reflect on it and go, does he really know what he's doing? But right now, we can't. It's a joke that we're even trying to.
Yeah. All right, listen, we'll be going for 45 minutes now. Let's wrap it up with this last bit then. So, Claude, what's your feelings on the rest of the season then? Should we all reunite as a fan base and try and help us get to this top 5, or do you actually think the season's dead? Let's write off, get to the end of it, and then see what happens come the summer.
It's not finished the season. We can still now get a run together. It depends what the players have got in them to finish the season off. But the big thing for me is the summer, because wherever we finish now, I think the summer we need to make big changes, and I mean big changes. Because if we still come here next summer, we've still got the same players in the same squad that we've got now. We're in trouble. We're in big trouble. So we have to. There's going to need to be a lot of adjustments, and let's hope we can get us over the line. Who knows? But for me, we need to make a lot of adjustments in the summer.
Okay, Liv.
Man, we all know we've got to make adjustments in the summer. We know we've got to bring people in. Like, let's be honest here. We've got a real problem at the back with aerial balls in the air, crosses, corners. I don't think we've got anyone dominant enough with the physical presence to command in that box and feel safe when people are peppering us with crosses and set pieces. So, yeah, we know that. I don't think Saliba is that kind. I think we need someone next to him, but I am very excited about Saliba. Right back, I would get rid of. I would bring in someone now. I would bring it. Yeah, there's loads we can do. But from now till then, the positive is we still have a chance, right? So you've got to back the man.
Word of warning to you, my friend. I was very excited about. I was very excited about Philip Senderos. And look where we ended up.
So, no, do you know what? Come on, Senderos. Right, don't talk to me about it. Why did you have to bring that name up, Claude? I don't want to talk about Senderos.
Be very careful.
No, Saliba is not. I'm confident in Saliba, but you know what?
All I'm saying, I was told that Real Madrid wanted him. All this, we beat Real Madrid to him, and look what happened.
We'll see.
I want to see my own eyes.
Well, but anyway, what I'm saying is we do need someone commanding next to him regardless, right? That's my opinion. But from now till the end of the season, the positive is we're still in the race. Despite all of our problems, despite all of the issues, and it's been a bit farcical at times. The fact of the matter is we can still do it. So we've got two options. We either say it's over and just down tools now and just walk off. But then if our players did that, we'd be coating them off. So what difference is it as fans if we do it? We shouldn't be doing it. Yeah. No, other fans don't do it. I see Liverpool. You know what? Everyone's going on about Liverpool now, right? Oh, they're brilliant, blah, blah. But you know what? They're forgetting how many years? 30 years or something since they won a title. And they've waited a long time for this success, but every season they back their team, every single season, right? And we got to do the same. It's as simple as that. So my positive is we're still in it. If we win against West Ham, there's 5 points in it. Chelsea have got to play the likes of the guys at the top. We've got, yes, we're playing those difficult games, but on the flip side, we can get points. We can gain points. So get behind your team. I'm going to go to the Emirates positive. It's as simple as that. It doesn't make me deluded. I just don't see the point of going in negative. It's just I might as well just not leave my house.
No, you're entitled. I agree. You're entitled to think what you want. I'm just saying is that I think the big thing for us is the summer. Terry,
for me, can I just say I've loved this podcast because obviously we've all had sort of different opinions, but yet we've debated them properly. If you know what I mean, we're not slagging each other off. We're not coating each other. We're actually giving reasons why we believe certain things. Do you know what I mean? And we can respect each other's opinion. Now, my opinion is that I'm gutted about.
Well, I am the voice of reason. You know that.
Exactly. That's why you're in the middle.
I am the voice of reason. People better start believing that.
Yeah.
Right.
But for me, I'm devastated that we was at Thursday. But I'm going to look at the positives, right? The positives is that we are still in with a big, big chance of getting at least top 5, right? If you look at all the teams around us that are fighting for that, none of them have put a run together, really. Or they have, and we haven't, to be honest. Yeah. I don't think we've won 2 on the trot in the league, have we? I don't think we've done it this season. We might have done, I don't know, right? But we have
lately. Yeah, we have. We have West Ham, Newcastle.
Newcastle. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, Claude. It might be our time now at this end of the season. We might have a bit of luck, and we might win 2-3 games on a trot. If we can do that, then it'd be ours to lose top 5 again, like last season when we was under Emery, right? If Emery was still my manager, I would be the most negative person there was because I did not see any plans. I did not see any structure. I did not see anything about going to the Emirates because it was just boring. Everyone was against it, right? At the moment, there is still hope. And yes, we know that we've got to go out and buy it in the summer. But before we do that, why not everyone unite, get behind Arsenal, get behind Arteta. Let's try and be that 12th man. Try and get us to that.
I agree. And that's what I do every game. I do it every game. But at the end of the day, there's criticism to be said. It's got to be said. I was behind them. I was gutted the other night.
Yeah.
When that goal went in, I couldn't. You got that elation with Aubameyang putting that away.
Yeah.
And then you get out at the end and you look at that bloody Chelsea reject just looking there like in no man's land. I don't know what he was doing. And, it sickens me. I'm not going to stand there and put up with it. Why should we have 5th choice players that people don't fucking want in our club? Why? Tell me why. Why we got 5th choice centre half who no one wanted at Chelsea in our bloody team? Why? That's what annoys me.
No, I totally agree with you there because I must admit, at the beginning of the season, I didn't want David Luiz. I hold my hands up. I didn't want him, and I still don't want him really. But there's nothing.
He hit his face. He was worried that he was going to hit his face. So then they score.
Yep.
You want players like that in our club? You've got to be joking.
Yeah.
Goodbye in the summer.
I'll tell you what, Terry. I'll tell you what, Claude, you need to get a sponsorship deal from the place you bought that table from because I don't know how it's still there, mate. You've been banging that table for the last 2 podcasts. That is a sturdy table, mate.
I've smashed 2 cups on the floor tonight already.
Yeah, we've heard.
Anyway, that's life.
That's the only cups you're going to get your hands on this season. By and
it's about time my landlord paid the fucking bills because I'm not fucking. All this things keeps going off. Anyway, never mind.
That's another podcast. That's another landlord. We're coming for you next.
Right. This obviously we've we're finished now and then. So that was great podcast in my eyes, boys. I want to thank Claude for letting us use your platform again to advertise our show. Really appreciate it, mate. And we've got big things between us.
Listen, boys, I'm always here to help people out, and I want you to succeed in your new channel because I think you put a lot of work into it. And I love people that work hard. And if they work hard and produce a great channel, it'd be brilliant. And I wish you all the best. So any help you need from me, I'm doing the time. I might be the most miserable bastard in the world, but I'm a very helpful person.
You know what, Claude? You are. I can vouch for that, mate. But the thing is, as well, what we like is, look, we're having a debate. We've got our own ideas. You know, we're not always going to agree, but it's how you do it. You know what I mean? And like, I could be wrong. You could be wrong. Whoever could be wrong. It'll all come out in the wash at the end of the day, boys. But that's what football's about. It's opinions, isn't it? Like you're never always going to get it right. But like, you know, you'll be involved in a lot of that stuff. I am never wrong.
I am never wrong.
Mate.
I am never wrong. I am the voice of reason.
And that is fine, mate.
We'll be challenging the titles. But no, we listen to these idiots on Twitter.
Did you apply for the job, Claude? Did you apply for the job, mate?
No. I didn't want that
right.
job. Work with that Raoul, you must be joking. I'll probably end up shooting him. Anyway.
As I said, Claude, thank you very much. Lev, thank you again for coming on. Just quickly shout out the new channel that's coming up and what it's about quickly again. And I'm going to put it in the comments. So if anyone wants to go over and subscribe, you're more than welcome to, and we will appreciate that.
Thank you, mate. The channel's called Boardroom Bants. It's going to be a mixture of things. A lot of it is going to be focused on guys, but you know, women as well. It's going to be more general. We've got together through a love of Arsenal. Yes, we did, and you know, we will be covering things with Arsenal, but that will mainly be done in conjunction with Claude because you know he's helping us, and we're also going to help him as well. Fact of the matter is, we're going to focus on a lot of different subjects that guys like. It's not just Arsenal, not just you know, one team. We might focus on other teams, fans as well. They might be on the show. We're going to focus on other sports. You know, we know darts legends. We might be getting on the show. Boxing, MMA, horse racing, all variety of different subjects. Once a month, we'll be going to these places, maybe shooting from the venues. We'll also be doing things on mental health and depression, and we're going to have people that are specialists to come on the show and help advise. Some of us have all been through different things, so we want to touch on that. We want it to be an open forum for people to be able to come and talk. So, you know, let's keep it positive, but let's keep it constructive. We're not always going to be right. Let's everyone get their opinions out there, but let's do it in a very positive way where we can, you know, constructive criticism and maybe find different answers to things. And that's what we want to encourage. So Boardroom Bants is the channel. Please subscribe. We'll all be on there. Claude will be doing a lot of guest appearances on there. He'll be on there. He's one of us. We're all doing lots of things. So please, guys, come and subscribe and see a lot of different channels. I mean, we're going to be doing Only Fools and Horses, movies, films, loads of different things. So keep them coming. Anyone got any subjects they want us to cover? Feel free, drop them in the chat.
Well, just quickly before we go, that's quite a good one. What about that one, Liv?
Low key 73. That's not a bad one, mate. If you've got any, any that you know that are good at that sort of type of darts, I'm not going to mention it. But if you've got a couple of people you want us to have on our show that are going to sort of give us examples of that kind of darts, please feel free, mate. Let us know. We're open to anything.
Right, yeah. So there you go. Everyone go subscribe. Obviously to Claude's channel and all. If you ain't already subscribe to his channel. I just want to thank him again personally. Thank you very much for letting me host the show and all, because that's a privilege, I must admit. And I just want to thank everyone that's been in the comments. You've been fantastic. Great comments you give to us. Thank you very much. And I hope to see you again soon. See you later on.
El Clasico, tell. El Clasico's on now, for everyone.
Who's winning?
El Clasico.
Who's winning that? Who's winning?
It's going to be on now. It's going to be on now. So let's go and watch it.
All right.
Well, with my fucking laptop, I don't think I'm going to get that. I can't get that.
I'll keep you posted, mate. All right, speak to you later, guys.
See you later on.
Take care.
Thank you. All right.
Bye for now.